Hey Pisces, welcome to your reading. So this is for any Pisces basically, for whenever you find them. Whenever you find this reading, whatever information you're looking for, trust that there's going to be a message in this for you. Because there will, because that's the intention that was set. So there will be some message in here for you. So let's see. Ooh. Okay, you're off to a new start with something. There's something beginning or something brewing that you're following after. You're being invited in somewhere that's going to start something new. Okay, wow. There's a lot of action here to do with, there's a lot of action here. There's indecision regarding what's going on. I feel like you're getting it's basically follow your head or your heart, and you don't know which way to turn. Queen of Inspiration is on the top of the deck, and on the bottom is the Muse of Voices. Okay, there's a lot of heavy hitters in here. There's a lot of big energy. I feel like you're being called in many different directions. I don't think it's just two. I think there's a lot going on and you're being pulled in different directions, and this could be like externally from different people or different responsibilities that you have, but it can also be internally. There can be a difference between what's going on externally and what's going on internally. Ultimately, you're going along the path of inspiration, it seems. There's this thing, the Ace of Inspiration, which is the start of this journey, and the Queen of Inspiration, where you're going in the long run. Like, this is the start and this is close to the end of this. So you're turning away from what you're inspired by right now, or you're turning away from what lights you up, what you're passionate about, because you're being pulled in so many different directions. You've come from a place where what you thought you were supposed to do was the king, or you listened to people who told you what you should do, and you're somewhere in the middle of this now. Because if we take the Muse of Voices, the King of Voices, and the Queen of Inspiration, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, one is your head, one is your heart, and one is like acting out of a very linear, logical place, which has its place, it has its point, but you have to marry that with something that you are passionate about or want to do. It makes no sense to go off and be a computer scientist just because you're going to be financially stable if you hate every minute of looking at a computer day to day, 9 to 5. So it's about marrying the two of these, and not just saying that this is about your job or your career. This can equally be about a relationship, a project, familial ties. It can be about traveling. It can be about anything. You're in two minds about what to do, but you're somewhere in between. I wish I could visually express what I want to say. So if this is where you're coming from and this is where you're going, this set of cards is in between here. And right now you're turning away from this inspiration. You're turning away from where you're going, but you're getting an opportunity to do what you should do, and an opportunity to do what you want. But if you look at it, doing what you want, which is the page, is less than a knight, so it doesn't seem as valuable or as profitable, whatever that means. Like, if these are people, it's like one doesn't seem that great, and the other thing, like, but on paper he's great or she's great or they're great or whatever. You're being called to go within, and here you're going straight through. I think this is very interesting. Can we see can we just know what it's in relation to. I mean, it's a general reading, so it's very hard to pinpoint what it's actually about, but that's the general kind of gist of it. On tour, the tower. But why is the tower coming in here? Okay. Right, that's right. So this is about you being afraid. This is about you being afraid that things are going to fall to pieces. And here we have another two where you're juggling things. This is, I think, it's not giving us a clear idea of what this is actually about, but it's kind of like looking back in the past where things fell apart and you don't want that to happen again. And I think there's fear around what you want. Or if we look at it this way, you're like, can I do both? Can I do what I want and do what I should, or what I'm supposed to do? Can I do what makes sense and also follow my heart? This is really like, they're kind of mirroring, even though one is the hermit and one is the page of the emotions. Like, that could literally be the star lantern could literally be within his solar plexus. It's your solar plexus. You're not having the confidence to. Your confidence was shaken with this tower moment that happened in the past. And you're facing away from it, but it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel super, super heavy. And that tower is past. It's not a present or a future thing. But it's still imprinted on you. Yeah, it's still imprinted. It's probably in your childhood, and you've worked very hard to get to a different place, to come to a place of inner work. But I think the reason you're not following something that you want to follow is because you're focusing on that this is still imprinted on you. There's a fear there. A deception card fell out at the start of this reading, the seven of swords. So there could be something kind of from your past where you were deceived, where it shook you, where you were betrayed in some way, and that has kind of left a lasting impression on you. How interesting. So because you have the Ace of Inspiration here and the Queen of Inspiration here, it's all like, that's the creative arts, and here we have the God of the Arts. The artist within you is about to merge. For some, that is following a creative path. For some, that's going to study something creative. For some, that's doing something that's a little bit kind of outside the box. And for others, it's nothing about like following an artistic kind of role or path or person. It's about creating the life that you want and how you do that, because we're all artists, we're all creators. We do this is what our life is. It's the ultimate masterpiece, the ultimate creation. And Pisces for sure is linked to the high arts, to poetry, to film. So I wouldn't be surprised if whoever's watching this is some sort of a hidden artist, or is a little. I feel like I had a reading like this recently, really recently, and there was art and artists involved in it about following that path or something. I'm going to pull another card. I feel like whatever is holding you back, whatever has damaged your solar plexus, which is where our fear is, which is where our self-esteem is, you need to work on that, because you're halfway through this journey. I think that's what needs to be worked on, this light. If we follow this light, and you've done an awful lot of work already, but there's more to come. It's because you're still in two minds, and you're not confident enough yet to make that decision. Date with destiny, 4, 3, 7. So 7 is the card of wisdom. Look at her makeup. It's so, I feel like she's in film. So if you are working in film, wow. Yeah, she looks like some starlet from, I don't know, yesteryear or something. We'll read from the book for this, because I like this guidebook. Out of the ethers and into your life she arrives now because you have a date with destiny. She's a mysterious creature. Her ways are wild and her guidance is true. She may create chaos from which a new order can emerge, but there is no need to fear. She's come to inspire, uplift, and direct you. Direct you. Maybe someone's an actor. Here's fearing the disruption of a creative life, or fearing you're going to like knock something down because you're choosing a path that is the one that you've wanted since childhood. Is what you used to do when you were a kid. Like that's gone off on a tangent, but we'll close it out with a life purpose oracle card. Let us see. It's a really lovely reading, Pisces. I mean, your ruler is Jupiter, so I think good things. Children. For me, children is always like play. It's always create. Play, create, birth something. For some, it's literally children, but it's whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to create, whatever you want to birth into the world. Your life is what you're birthing, essentially. So, yeah, I think the message of this is get out of fear, work on your solar plexus chakra, work on your self-esteem, and then, because ultimately you're coming here to the Queen of Inspiration, and she is so sure of herself. She may be turned away, but she's so sure of herself. She's facing forward, facing the future. So this is where you're going. There's a need to play and to work on self-esteem. I think that's the main crux of the reading, and the God of Arts is with you. So thanks for watching this reading, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it.